I'm a mother to 6 girls. The oldest is 5, and the youngest is a set of triplets that are nearly 1. They are all home with me all day long. My days are hard. Life is exhausting. One thing is for sure, with this many girls, just 4.5 years apart, there's a lot of life in my house. This past fall, all the girls and I were in the living room watching a video. I was on the floor nursing 2 babies, and Josie insisted I take off her diaper. She can be a pretty persistent little toddler. In her tiny toddler voice, she whined, "Off, off, diaper, off, 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 diaper, off." So as she stood there next to me, I took off her diaper and left her naked. For a brief moment, it crossed my mind that she could have an accident on the floor, but I didn't pay much attention. Not even a minute after I took off her diaper, Josie exclaimed, "Poo-poos!" She had managed to step in it and put her hand in it, her hand that she sucks on. I started to scream, "No! Don't eat the poo-poos! Yucky! Yucky!" Then I yelled to Evie, "Get me wipes right now! Somebody get me wipes!" Then back to Josie, "No mouth, Josie! Yucky!" My scream scared Josie, who then began to cry. All the while, I still had 2 babies nursing and was holding on to Josie to keep her from dragging poo all over the carpet and putting her poo-covered fingers into her mouth. I didn't want to put the babies down for fear that they would roll into the poo. So I nursed on and used copious amounts of wipes to clean off Josie and picked up poo off the floor and simultaneously calmed down Josie, who was already only worked up because of my frantic screams. I admit I got a little worked up, but I rocked that situation. Other times, I don't rock anything. Other times, I'm emotionally and physically drained. I cannot handle one more thing, however insignificant. The other day, I walked into our toy room and saw markers and crayons spilled out onto a floor in a heaping mess. I started to cry and walked out of the room. We built a separate toy room when I was 32 weeks pregnant with the triplets in order to keep the clutter out of the main living area. I can exist in my home with minimal images of what that room looks like. Having that room has helped my sanity. However, that day when I walked in, all I could do was cry. Earlier that morning, Lucy, my 3-year-old, and Josie locked the doors in the guest room where they were playing. When I asked Lucy to open the door, she refused and ignored subsequent requests. This, of course, only made me angry. I yelled, "Open the door!" There was no answer. I started to bang on the door as I yelled, "Open the door!" Still no response. When the girls finally opened the door, it exposed complete chaos. Puzzle pieces, decks of cards, and Legos everywhere. Then 20 minutes later, I found Lucy smushing Josie's toothbrush into a triangle of laughing cow cheese. Minutes later, Josie climbed into a chair, and Lucy lost her mind. Apparently, Josie climbed into Lucy's chair. So yes, when I saw art supplies on the floor of the room later that day, in a room that is meant to stay dirty, I cried. This past year, I have experienced exhaustion in a whole new way. I have seen parts of me emerge that are not healthy, like codependence and emotional instability. I struggled and continue to struggle with postpartum depression. I've had more sicknesses in the last 14 months than I have likely had in the past 14 years. Daily, I am worried about all my children, as every parent does. Yes, our holidays will be filled with so much joy years from now, but right now, it's hard. Little hearts are so sensitive and need a lot of tending to. I need help adjusting to this new normal. Their world, like mine, has been turned upside down, and they need help navigating it and making sense of their emotions and actions. Heck, I need help with all those things. It's not easy. This morning, after I changed the baby's diaper on the living room floor, I went about my morning routine: get dressed, make breakfast, check Facebook, and so on. My 3 little babies, like little ducklings, followed behind me. They never made it very far before I set off in another direction, but each time they changed their course to follow me. Each time I looked at them, they met me with a smile. I have my own little entourage that just thinks the world of me. I will continue to be pushed to my limits. I will lose my wits. In the midst of it all, I will likely just go through the motions, and I forget to find the joy in this season. On this morning that my little ducklings followed me around, my heart said, it has been worth it.